And we're live! Hello all, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am so happy to be here with you tonight. Oh, I don't know if the cops are working, but they're working for me, which is why I'm pausing awkwardly. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary friends, to another episode of Wednesday Night at 8. I am joined, once again, with my wonderful friend, William A. Wellman of Hello from the Hallowoods, Alex Nersall of Parkdale Haunt, and other Dice Shame. You can say that now too. My lovely wife, Jo Guthrie, and our GM tonight, Jay. That's where I should throw in this sound effect.
Of Planet Arcana fame.
Planet Arcana fame. And tonight, we are here for a spooky little one-shot. One-shot, probably, right? Who knows? Might roll over. No, we'll say one-shot for now. Game that the fantastic Jay has put together for us called Contact at Outpost Amber. Thank you so much for joining us. I was about to push up my glasses. I'm not wearing them tonight. For reasons of costume. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
You're in a costume?
No. It's just really cold in this house. It's in Canada. If you're new to this stream, we typically stream every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. We run a myriad of RPGs from D&D to one-shot nothings to just kind of everything that we want to do. We haven't done a little bit for a while. We stopped after Extra Life, took a little bit of a break. But our last campaign was a 5-parter with Emily and William and Joe and myself called Call of Cthulhu, The Haunting of Black Reef. And if you like spooky things, go check that out. But tonight's going to be a lot of fun. You don't need to worry about what's come previous to enjoy tonight, unless there was a prequel novel that I'm unaware of, Jay.
There was.
Yeah,
it was
there
John
was.
Carpenter's The Thing.
What? No, this is original work. TM. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? How are you doing, William?
I am doing wonderfully. Season 3 of Hello from the Hallowoods is rolling strong at this point. I am steadily getting edits done on the first sort of spin-off tie-in novel, so everything's going pretty swimmingly over here. Pleased to be back after our wonderful excursion into Black Reef.
Welcome back. We're glad to have you back. And how are things with you, Alex, in the wild world of horror and audio?
Yes, well, Parkdale Haunt Season 3 wrapped up in October. That was the series finale, but we do have a nice, fun surprise coming out on December 23rd, so be sure to tune your dials. Yes, on your podcast listening apps. I hope it has a dial. You're gonna need it.
It better.
If
Physically
it doesn't,
hot glue a knob onto the front of your eyes.
install one really quick.
Exactly.
Cram it through the screen until your screen breaks. And yeah, also just being on Dice Shame now, which you should also listen to if you're into this stuff.
Yeah,
big time.
I guess it's rare that we put our own on there, but there you go. And Jay, how are things with Planet Arcana and being an awesome bass player?
It's good. I just got back from tour an amount of time ago. I don't know what time it is anymore, and I've been floating for that amount of time. And I don't know who I am in the morning, afternoon, or at night anymore.
That's great. You don't have to worry about that because you're here with friends. You only need to worry about who you are in relation to this screen in front of you.
That was very existential, and I enjoyed it.
Pleasantly amorphous.
Yeah.
It's nice to just exist for a little bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you're watching this, make sure you like this on YouTube and all that kind of bullshit, and then follow all the shows that we just talked about. So that's Planet Arcana, Hello from the Hallowoods, Parkdale Haunt. Also,
and
Dice Shame and Malevolent are 2 other shows that we do. If you like spooky things, check out malevolent.ca. If you like non-spooky things but interesting things, check out diceshamepodcast.com. And I don't know, what else is there to check out? Just neat things.
Oh, if you are in the
Goats.
holiday season and you are an enjoyer of holiday radio, Harlan and I may just shoo Kevin Costner off.
Get out of here. What are you doing?
Harlan and I made a faux radio show last year.
Yes.
It's about a 5 hours worth,
Yeah.
all cumulatively added up.
tricky word.
And you can stream it if you'd like. There's a link floating around in our Discord.
Yeah, you can check it out. I think it's under our holiday channel. It's called Christmas Radio or something like that. It's
really
just
fun.
like hour and 15-minute segments with all of our favorite Christmas songs. Which, if you also like good music, you're gonna like my taste in music because I got a good array of Christmas songs in there. You name it, I got it.
What's your
And-
favorite one? Christmas song.
Okay, so I have. This is a great question. I have two. Okay, my favorite Christmas song I would say is "The Gift." I can't remember the artist, but it's the girl who goes, "Poor la la la, name Maria."
No
It's
one
like
knows that
real,
song.
Like guitar, it's so sweet. But then my other actual favorite is Tom Petty, "Christmas Time All Over Again," because every time that's on, I'm like, digga, 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 and I just turn it up. It always breaks my speakers. So I have to say Tom Petty is number one. And I think it starts off the whole thing because I was like, yo, we got to start this off right. Hand me that Tom Petty record. And we nailed it with that. But yeah, Chris, nothing gets you in the spirit more than
Very true.
our
I have my
stupid
finger
voices.
over the leave studio button just in case you said wonderful Christmas time, at which point I just walked away.
No, you know what? I unironically
She's
don't
having
really like that song.
Technical difficulties or something.
When
in
when I first heard that song, I didn't love it, and every time there's a few that one I never really liked. I'm not crazy about the Wham Last Christmas, and I'm not crazy about Feliz Navidad kind of in any form. Oh, and Santa Baby can fuck off.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, beyond that, everything else is pretty fair game for me. And I'm not even like upset by them. I just don't enjoy them. I'm just kind of like turn down the dial. But don't worry, they're not on there. So
Only
yeah.
the best ones. Also, some hilarious fake commercials for things that don't exist, and advertisements for plays you can never attend. So take a listen if you're interested in all of that. It's very entertaining while you're wrapping presents and whatnot.
Or just rapping. I turned your voice down a little bit, Joe, because people said it was a little loud. Let us keep knowing
Why?
about audio stuff. I don't know. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how professional people do it, where they're like, they go live and they're just perfect and all that. I
You do, like, a
always,
sound check.
for 10 years, I'm like, just tell us if we're loud or what, and we'll fix it on the fly.
I used to engineer live audio, and so yeah.
Yeah, but you still have to be, like, I can hear myself.
I mean,
you
you're,
know?
you're riding faders the whole time.
Oh, I mean, I have my little twisty knob. I just twist her down.
My little
But, like,
twisty knob.
what I mean to say is, without asking the audience, I don't know. I mean, I probably should
I'm just
feed that.
imagining being at a concert and the band starts and they stop and they go, "Is that good for you guys?" Does that sound good, everyone?
Well, I mean, but
That's how it works.
I've been there.
I was gonna say Jay can attest to being on stage and being like, "Can you turn up my monitor? Like, I can't hear myself." Like that. Sometimes you just have to do it on the fly.
Yeah. Sometimes you're up there and you're like, "I don't think we can hear the drums."
Yeah. Really, we're just rock and roll over here, is what I'm saying. We're
Yeah.
like, get on stage, just start playing, and let everything else come. Sound like a Drew Barrymore impression for some reason.
It's really good.
No, I said, she's got that like kind of. She got like
That sounded
a mouth
nothing like
thing.
Drew Barrymore.
In my mind, I was picturing Drew Barrymore.
That was
Now you-
Andrew Barrymore.
Now you found your character voice.
That's good.
I love
that's
that guy.
funny. Yeah, what were you gonna say, William? Sorry, Joe laughed too hard.
Well, now you found your character voice for tonight.
That's true. My name is Andrew Barrymore. I'm really excited to be here. Just kind of talking out of the corner of my mouth. She's got like that. She like talks out of the corner of her mouth.
Yeah.
She does do a thing like this with her mouth.
Yeah, it's like kind of like this.
She's like smiling when
It's endearing. It's cool. It's like it's unique. It's like Owen Wilson's
Everything
nose and
about
stuff.
Drew Barrymore is endearing.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's got like a talk show now, which is fine, I guess. It's kind of weird. I don't know. There's a lot of weird. Kelly Clarkson's got one too.
Who's that?
She was the first season winner of American Idol.
Behind
Come
these
on,
hazel eyes, Joe.
Yeah.
Come on.
And the other
Sorry.
big hit that she
On?
had.
I didn't exist
Since you've been
with the
gone.
Yeah.
television for a long time.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. There's this weird thing with YouTube talk shows that we're not going to get into because we want to play a game tonight. We won't do a long intro tonight because honestly, it's been so long since we roleplayed. People are just deserving of it. And you've worked so hard on this game, Jay. So, I mean, unless anyone else has anything to do, I think we can jump right into it.
I just want
Let's
to say I'm really
roll.
pumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really pumped for this game, Jay.
I'm
pumped too.
gonna go the other way. I'm gonna lower the expectation so that you feel
Dreading
better.
it all
You know,
day.
the last thing I want to add before we jump in is that the last time I was on here with Harlan, I was remarking that I hadn't seen The Thing, and he was like, "You've got to see it. It's a great movie."
Whoa.
So now I have seen The Thing, and the next time I get to meet Harlan is playing in a somewhat thing-like game. So I'm very excited about this. Kind of comes full circle, and this is gonna be good.
Well, that's why when Jay was like, I kind of want to do a thing-based game, I was like, cool. William, you want to join? I was like, this is going to be really funny.
Wait,
but,
sorry, did you watch it? I missed that.
I did, finally.
Yeah.
After calling myself a horror writer for all these years.
And hated it, by the way.
I loved it.
I'm just teasing. It's so good. I mean, what's not to like about it, honestly?
It's our boy, John Carpy.
Yeah.
John
John
Carp to his
Carpy.
friends.
John Carpenter and friends.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell.
Carpy.
And Jamie Lee Curtis, who's not in The Thing, but in a lot of his movies. Anyway, let's do it. But yeah, lowering expectations, Jay. You know what?
Thank you.
This is going to be fine.
Put me in my place, I would say.
No,
Tell me you're not
God,
excited
no.
about it.
No. If you knew how I truly felt, you would be too nervous to start. What I mean to say is, I'm trying to counterbalance the high expectations. I'm saying, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
fine.
No matter what happens, we'll all probably be alive in real life by the time we're done this game. Probably.
Maybe.
I hope so. I'm like sitting here in the dark in this room, just like, oh no, what has Joe done?
With your dog licking her lips.
Yeah,
just
she's just
hungrily.
like, oh my god, who gave the dog a knife?
Perfect.
It was me.
All right. Well, without further ado, let us jump into Contact at Outpost Amber.
I am telling you, there is something out here.
1060 ETA is 1 minute.
We need to get back to base. What the hell is that?
Full stop.
A team of 8 is lean, even for secret operations, but especially for the kind of work you're doing here. It's classified officially as environmental atmospheric research, which isn't a complete lie. It's most certainly worth researching this environment. It's just not an entirely encapsulating job description. The part that's missing is that your duty here has a high emphasis on containment. This area, deep in the Canadian side of the uninhabited Arctic Circle, has been a hotbed for strangeness for decades, over half a century, easy. So they have pretty specific requirements for the kind of people that need to be here. Highly intelligent, perceptive people. Also, highly skilled in trained combat. A team of 8 is lean for this kind of work. And when you were a full team, it felt lean then too. Now you're 6. See, 2 researchers have gone missing over the last 2 weeks. Olivia Morales and Roger Lee. Within days of each other, you woke up, they weren't there. Scouting missions prove fruitless once a blanket of fresh snow quiets the area and hides the tracks. If they left the base, they're almost certainly dead. Now you're 6, which means everyone has to pitch into almost all duties. The alarm bell is deafening, ringing through the cold, gray research base you've called home for the past half year. A red emergency light blinks in rhythm in every room, signaling a breach in the perimeter. The strangeness here, unfortunately, is extremely hostile, and it's up to you to contain it. Now you're 6, which means all hands on deck. Everybody roll for initiative.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
What the hell is that sound?
Jay.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Does anyone else hear that? That blaring damn alarm!
Well, Captain, that is the alarm that means something's gone horribly wrong.
Yes, we know that. It's always meant that.
All hands on deck. Come on.
That hasn't always been the sound, has it?
That's always been the sound. The dinner bell is not that, and it also doesn't exist.
Someone changed it.
I rolled a 13.
13.
And
Okay.
8 for doors.
8. Yikes.
I rolled a 12.
12. Pretty middling
rolled a-
so far.
24.
Okay.
Keepers.
Now we're talking.
What, did you bring 2 die?
Jake is like standing at the open door, like he poured a coffee and it's too hot, so he's standing at the Arctic wind door. It's like with the alarm right over his head, he's like blowing the steam off it, trying to cool it. He's like holding it from the wind, and he slams it shut as the alarm goes off. So he's right there, ready to go.
If I could direct your attention to roll 20.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh hells yeah!
Oh god.
I like this landing page.
Oh,
you've
don't you
created
worry,
for us.
everyone's about to see it.
It's truly upsetting.
It's the best thing ever.
Welcome to my gym.
Welcome to my gym. Is it made of denim, like when you have like a chair and
It's a jean. It's a jean game. It's James.
You think I
Denim
was in
James.
tuxedo?
So great.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Admittedly, this map is a little medieval, but it's what I got.
So realistic.
So you can feel free to place yourselves wherever you want. Behind you to the back of you is the base, and like you can tell me that you were outside, ready for a breach like this, or maybe you're coming from inside. Whatever works for you. I'll direct your attention to the center of the map here, where there's 2 snowmobiles on white backgrounds because I'm a boomer. Don't worry about it.
Wait, those are snowmobiles?
Yeah,
Those
of
are-
course.
Yeah.
Snowballs.
They look like ring wraiths on on a snowmobile, admittedly, but the black part is confusing.
It's professional.
Very good.
Looks great.
Okay, you all find yourselves now outside the base once you make it out there on a flat expanse of the snow-dusted tundra. The base itself is fenced with a high barbed section at the top to attempt to prevent them getting in. Unfortunately, when they get too hungry or too angry, they'll do just about anything to get inside and eat. You see them now, a few climbing over the fences, a few making holes in the base of the fence. You've seen these before. Probably the most common hostile. 6 to 7 feet tall, humanoid, emaciated bodies covered in white, patchy fur, and the malformed head of a polar bear. Almost like it falls somewhere between being human, bear, and something else that's totally unrecognizable. You see one fall over the top of the fence and get completely scratched up from the barbed wire, lands on your side, dripping blood, and roars at you before sprinting towards you. So, first up is Harlan.
You mean Jake? Goddamn
Jake.
sons of bitch. And he runs up to one and he draws what Jake has on him most often, which is a large sword. It's definitely not a rapier. It's more appropriate because it's period current. It's a electric baton
Nice.
that charges when he like pulls it out. He flips a switch, and this large baton just. And I'm gonna run up to one, and I'm going to attack it.
Cool. You see a bunch at the south side of this map. Before you do, can you roll me a d10?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Admittedly, I forgot to bring dice, but that's okay.
Got you.
I'm using Roll20. Oh,
Perfect.
okay.
Like 900 pairs.
Yeah,
Pairs, sets. Pairs
but I don't ever roll dice.
That's true.
I tell people to roll dice.
you shame the dice.
I shame dice. Yeah. Here, I'll even use my really good quality die that I never get to roll because I'm rarely a player other than dice shame.
Ooh.
Yeah, actually, Joe's never a player.
Oh my god, those are the cutest enemies ever.
No, they're scary.
Why can't I see them? Why can't I see? Oh, look at them! Look
Are
at
they a
those
poodle?
little baby boys.
I haven't seen him yet.
I can't wait to do something just horrible to them.
All right, my D10 came out as a. Do you just want any modifier or
Nope.
it's a 9?
9. Perfect. Excellent. I'm just going to keep that in the back of my brain. Please continue on what you were doing.
Perfect. So I run up to them. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to make it in my turn anyway. So instead, it's 10 minutes to inspire leader. You made me take inspiring leader, William, but I didn't realize it was a 10-minute thing. So maybe I'll just do that for the next moment.
For the next 60 rounds of
For the
combat.
next 60 rounds of combat. No,
Perfect.
I will. You know what? I'll ready an action. If it approaches my my spot where I am here, I pull out my energy baton, turn it on, and I'm gonna ready an action so that if it gets within melee range, I'm gonna attack this thing. How's that?
Perfect. Jake McKay,
Yeah.
who in your crew are you most reticent to tell a secret?
Doors. Look, me and Doors go way back, but he makes me feel extra stupid. Not because they do anything wrong, but because, well, frankly, I'm really self-conscious about my own intellect being with such a smart group. And Doors is always fixing stuff. So I don't think I'd want to tell Doors nothing.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you all rolled like garbage on your initiatives. So it's going to be a whole whack of enemies all at once.
Yay.
Fortunately, they are pretty far away. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 6. The next group falls over the top of the fence. These very scary looking polar bear.
I told you we
Guys.
should have reinforced the fences with electrical wire doors. Damn it.
Oh, they're so
Storm's been too strong, Captain. Can't get a current through.
Next up is Joe. Joe, tell us about your character.
Yeah, Cherry is fairly young for her position here in the research station. She is just fresh out of her med school rotation, and this is her first position officially as a doctor of anything. And she's pretty into killing these bad guys. I think she's got a bit of an adrenaline junkie thing going for her. And Doors has outfitted her with a flamethrower that she, what is it called when you put it on your shoulder? You like
Holsters?
No.
Hoists?
She hoists the opposite of holsters. She hoists it onto her shoulder with like a greedy look. And she's going to just try to spray flame down on this first adorable puppy. The polar bear demon is going to have to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Just one? Or several of them?
Just one. It's
Okay.
a singular attack, unfortunately. I'm going cantrip style.
I literally rolled a nat 20.
No!
Oh, no.
All right.
Sorry.
Very
that's
rude of
fine.
you. Two different reactions.
And then sort of spying their trajectory, she's just going to take a couple steps back, back and away. And she looks to her companions who haven't acted yet, Doors, and also Bellamy. And she's like, anytime now, guys, anytime.
Give me a roll of the D4 if you would be so kind.
I would love to. I love a D4. That's a 2.
A 2? Which of your crew last broke a promise to you?
That was Bellamy, I believe. She had told me that she was going to help me with my chore roster this week because she had lost a game of cards. And
Here we go.
she was just not around when it was time for me to do the dishes, when it's time for me to go outside and freaking shovel out the polar bear
Poo.
traps.
Carcasses. Oh.
Just happened to be elsewhere, couldn't find her, so I'm pretty upset with Bellamy.
Keep bringing it up every time.
Yeah, because you don't follow through with your word.
I don't think you're saying this out loud to them, are you? Did I like reveal that to Doors that I felt dumb? Did I just turn to them and I was like, hey, by the way, I feel really...
It has to be like one of those eye lock, but it's a silent anime monologue inside.
Yeah.
I like to
Part
imagine
flashback.
I like to imagine it's like an office style thing where it like cuts to you like in the confession booth.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and he's in the background and like zooms in.
Looking through the blinds.
Yeah, but
great.
everything's still happening outside. Like you hear screaming and damaging sounds.
Perfect. Well, you'll recall that I said now you're 6. There is one extra member of your crew, Elaine Bailey. Right before you all ran out, she promised that she was going to go check the perimeter inside. She was wearing a pretty conspicuous red shirt today. Speaking of Bellamy,
Oh no. Wait, that's only 5 of us. Right?
you're right.
Cherry, Doors, Bellamy.
Olivia, and who was the other person that died?
Olivia
Roger
and
Lee.
died.
Roger Lee.
Elaine and
That's I wouldn't read into that. We had one more player.
sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Don't yeah, that's not anything cryptic. That's my
Miss
mistake.
Erica.
Pour one out for the character who died off screen.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's being killed by a polar bear right now.
Right over there. Oh, damn.
The
Yeah.
Russians missed one of the dogs on the first one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Favorite.
Speaking of Bellamy, you're up. Give us a description of your character, what she's up to.
Okay. My name is Bellamy Weirman, and I am a meteorologist.
Might be wondering how I got here.
Yeah.
Freeze frame.
The music
Yep,
starts
that's
again.
me.
That's me. And I came up here to work on the weather stations up here, do some studies, get all that done. And I was supposed to leave 3 weeks ago, and I'm still here. And I don't know why, but I'm just really over it. And Cherry keeps bugging me to do chores, and I just don't wanna. And my weather station is broken, and I'm just really over it right now.
Well, whether or not you are over it, you're faced with 6 at the moment polar bear hostiles. What do you want to do?
So she sees Cherry with this flamethrower and she's like, well, that's really neat that you have one. And Bellamy doesn't have a flamethrower, but she does have a lighter and a can of hairspray. Because she was, hanging out in her room and hears the alarm going off and runs out and just grabs the first thing she saw. So she runs over closer to the wild pack of I keep just wanting to call them like little fuzzy babies, but they're very evil and scary, and
They are.
And in my head I know that they're gonna their faces are gonna split open and they're gonna rip my eyeballs out. So she just pulls out that can of hairspray, that thing of Tresemme, and the lighter, and just starts going for the one closest to her.
Perfect.
And that is that's a dex save for this bad boy.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, in defense of the polar bears are vicious. Like,
is
true.
if they look cute, they are pieces. Well, not pieces of shit. They're just trying to
Polar bears.
That got so
These
personal.
polar bears suck.
Yeah. I
How
just
dare they?
But these are just polar bear headed monsters.
That's true.
They're not
Yeah.
actually.
Or maybe we're the aliens and this is Earth and they are polar bears, but we don't understand that and we just think they're monsters.
yeah. Or maybe
For the third act, Harlan.
I'm double role playing.
I rolled a 13 on my deck save.
Oh, it is a 13 deck save, but
Okay.
you're still gonna take some damage.
A little bit. Little
Take a
bits of
little bit-
damage.
Little bits o damage. If
All
I
right.
can find the right dice, right die. That's gonna work. And that's 12 damage.
Oh my god. Ow. Okay.
Yeah.
That polar bear hostile screeches and like kind of like tries to shimmy away from the fire, but it's like all of its polar bear hostile friends behind it are kind of in the way. So it's in danger of setting all its friend on fire, but it just kind of screeches and looks pained about it.
I'm just gonna shuffle backwards a bit.
Perfect.
Much longer than I thought.
No, it's really good.
I thought it was going to be a short sound effect. It could be that or this.
That's good.
It sounds a bit weenie, doesn't it?
Perfect.
Okay, we'll go these ones will be the high-pitched ones.
I kind of like the high-pitched ones.
Perfect. I'll press those.
Bellamy, hit me with a d6 roll.
I'm like, where's my die? 4.
Who can't you seem to get along with on your crew?
I have been trying to get along with Jake. But
I knew you were going to say me. It's like there's no way you're going to pick anybody but me.
I could see your hand going up, and I was like,
I knew you were going to do it. Always me.
What? What do you mean?
I'm
It's
kidding.
always-
I'm kidding. We're best
Now.
friends on Dice Shame. It's great.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
What was the question again?
Who's your worst friend?
Who can't you seem to get along with?
I got here, a while ago, and I've been trying to connect with Jake, but it's not working, and it just feels like this kind of thing where every time I open my mouth, he's like, ha 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 ha, and just completely gray rocks me every time. It drives me nuts.
She doesn't know I'm deaf in one ear. And when she talks to me on that side, I think she's making a joke. So I just try to comfort her with a laugh.
Yeah, I was telling you about some horrible things that happened. I was like, Brian.
Beautiful. All right. Doors, unfortunately, you're at the very bottom of the list.
Believe it or not, that is where Doors operates best, as the last man standing.
All right. These polar bears have put themselves in a shape towards you. They can't reach you yet, but they're advancing.
No, I don't like that.
And that will bring us to Doors. Give us a description of your character and what are you doing?
Doors at this very moment is sort of bundled in a very large coat with goggles pulled down, sort of clinging just one leg outside of the door and the other one inside, ready to retreat at a moment's notice. And Doors kind of looks up to the encroaching polar bear horde and whips out from inside of their jacket a power drill and just kind of points it towards them in the background while saying, "Captain, you got this!" And I will give Mr. Jake a bonus of D8 to add to one of his rolls as he wishes. And then secondly, look up to the polar bear, maybe not the one that's directly on fire, but whichever one is, I think, that corner one that's closest to the captain on the top. And I'll say, "That's my fence! Get back where you belong, you ugly thing! You're like a chihuahua that my grandmother used to have, but that's not a compliment." And when that happens, can you make a wisdom saving throw for this polar bear?
Yep. They're not
Offend-
super wise.
Polar bears hate this one trick.
offending them.
Calling them out.
14.
That'll be 2 points of the good old psychic damage on this bear.
Oh.
And anyone who makes it, or rather, it also has disadvantage on its next attack.
Perfect.
And then lastly, Doors will say, "All right, looking pretty good," and then start to retreat into this doorway.
Perfect. Hit me with a D4 roll.
Ooh. That's a 3.
A 3. Who of your crew knows more than they are willing to admit?
I think Jake.
And like flash cut to the office. There's still polar bears outside.
I think it has to be Jake because he's a big fella, and I think he's down on himself a lot of the time. He doesn't believe that he has what it takes to be a leader. He doesn't even have captain in his proper job title. He's a pilot, but we all look to him as the captain. And I think when he begins to believe in himself the way that we believe in him, he'll unlock some magic, man. Now back to the battle.
Beautiful. All right, Jake, you're up.
All right. Jake takes that little bit of power from Door and hoo-yah! And he runs into battle. He's going to run up to the first horrible, drooling, vicious maw of the creature.
Did we squick one?
It has disadvantage on a roll.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, maybe I'll take that one out. Is that the one that's hurt?
The one with the X on it.
Yeah. I'll stab that one.
Stab
in the
it.
face.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me just make sure.
Yeah.
You don't need advantage if another enemy that targets within 5 feet, which they aren't. Yeah, so this ain't gonna take no sneak attack or nothing like that. I'm just gonna attack it.
Perfect.
Just gonna attack it, and I just want to make sure what I'm gonna do after. Yeah, so how many was that? Hold on, sorry. I was here, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so I still got 5 feet afterwards. That's what I want to do. Cool. So I pull out my electric baton, and I slash at the creature with I'll roll it here, why not? That would be a 11 to hit.
Ooh, it's confused.
Harlan, can you not add your
of course.
your D8?
That's right. And then I add my D8, which I'll just roll here because I don't know how to work it on this.
You have to roll a 4.
Thing. Oh, sorry, D4?
No, you have to roll a D8, but you have to get a 4 to succeed. I was just
I
telling
see.
you in advance.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's a 7.
Oh, yeah.
That's more than 4.
That's more than 4.
That's
so Jake
at least
swipes
more
at the
than
thing
4.
with his electrical baton, and the polar bear just kind of the creature sidesteps, zoom, and then he's like, oh, I can't do this. And he looks over his shoulder at Doors, remembering that he just had that look, that inspirational look. And he goes, no, I can't. And he does a double back, and he swings up at the thing, chipping the underside of its jaw with a meaty hit. Wha-chonk. That's the sound it made.
Give me the meaty damage.
That's gonna be 4 meaty damage.
It's not a good meat. It's like a
Nah.
Like a pepperette.
Starting to realize that building a
Nice little
rogue
jerky.
that does melee damage isn't smart unless you check with the other members of your team to make sure that there's at least one melee fighter on the team to get the secret sneak attack damage. And I'm guessing that all 3 of you are distance fighters. So
Correctamundo.
yeah, didn't back through, but that's okay. I'll get a rifle inside, and we'll switch to longbow very quickly. But in the meantime, what I will do is I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna use one of my adrenaline rushes, and I'm gonna dash back.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet back. Is dash double your movement?
No, it's just
Yeah.
your movement.
And I'm going to move all the way back and try to sort of get near Doors, in the door, ironically.
Nice.
So I'm back
Sick.
there. And I will negate the attack of opportunity because I have something called fancy footwork, which means when I attack something, they cannot attack back when I run away. So Jake does a little, and he kind of steps back in the snow, sliding and skittering and all that stuff.
Beautiful. Amazing. The polar bears follow.
You mean the vicious monster creatures?
The hostiles, pardon me.
I mean, if they are polar bears, I'm fine with calling them that. I can't remember if you didn't want them to be polar bears.
I just called them hostiles. You guys can call them whatever you want.
The Adora Bears are at it again, Captain.
The Adora bears.
Care
Nothing
Bears
more
are
deadly. Let's funnel them into the doorway. Thin out their numbers. Come on, fall back, everyone.
Can do. Can do.
The door's already
do.
from inside.
All right, Bellamy, one gets within range of you. It's going to make 2 attacks. One is a bite. It unhinges its jaw further than it should go. And I'm rolling so well. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, it's only a little 3 damage.
Okay.
That's all it got. But it's going to do it again.
Can I ask a minor
That's so
Nat
rude.
20.
question?
Well, yeah.
Can I ask a minor question?
Sure.
It looks like we're up a level from the bear. Is that wrong?
You are not wrong, but these things do have reach.
How tall are they?
They're like 7 feet
right?
tall.
Yeah, remember?
Jeepers.
Yeah, so
no,
it's
I
slashing
don't,
at
but
your
now I do.
knees.
Oh yeah, I
No,
remember
my
it.
knees. I need those.
I need those to bend.
All right.
I need.
I rolled a big nasty nat 20 on you, so you are going to take 12 piercing damage.
That is not a good thing for me. I look forward to not being in this game very long.
Oh, we'll revive you. Don't worry. Probably. We got
got
Revivify,
Band-Aids.
right?
This one also has reach and it's within range of Bellamy. We're doing it again.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna be excited to be the first person killed off in a stream in the first battle by the first thing that got me.
It ain't gonna happen.
Does a 13 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. That's another 5 piercing damage. And then a 21 to hit.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Another 4 piercing damage.
Guys, I think I'm gonna be dead literally now.
Now?
Immediate. Like if this was like a video
I got
game,
you, I
you'd
got
hear,
you.
Like the like the red ring would be around.
Oh no.
This one's going after Jake.
Bring it on.
Let's do it. Let's dance. 19 to hit.
19 to hit. I haven't even checked what my. Oh, I forgot to put armor on. Yeah, that will hit.
Oh no.
Okay.
Let me quickly put on my armor. That's why I hate D&D Beyond. Sorry, I don't hate D&D Beyond. I don't know how to use D&D Beyond.
Like fuck.
I think
Yeah.
armor is 11 plus your dex.
Yeah, there we go. It only bumped me up 1 anyway.
Okay. So 4 piercing damage to you.
Take it.
Dirty 20 to hit. I've never rolled this well in my life, you
That's
guys.
great though.
6 piercing damage.
It'd be a one shot for sure.
I pre-roll my damage in case it seems like I'm like thinking of the numbers too fast.
No, not at all. I have uncanny dodge, and I'm wondering if I should spend it on that or save it for a higher hit. Because it just negates half the damage.
Yeah.
What you took a meaty 12 points, didn't you? Bellamy?
On a nat
I think
20.
that was a crit.
That's a nat 20. Yeah. That's, yeah, you know what? I'll take it on that.
Okay.
Hopefully. I mean, 6 is pretty high, right?
Yeah.
What do you all think? Should I take it on that or save it?
Do it up.
It's just once per round, so I can do it again next time they
Yeah,
attack.
use it.
Yeah? Okay. So I'm only going to take 3 that turn.
Cool. One last one attacks, and it's going to do 1 bite on Bellamy, 1 bite on Jake.
Bring it on.
Okay, Jake, 15 to hit.
That still hits.
Okay, 3 piercing damage.
All right.
I got hot dice, you guys. 21 to hit for you, Bellamy.
Oh, yeah.
3 piercing damage.
I don't have. This is not good.
Okay, great. But that will bring us to Cherry.
All right. Cherry sees these creatures getting up in her teammates' business and knows that this is not an ideal situation for any of them, but mostly for her because she looks after Cherry first. So she quickly uncaps a vial of extra fuel and dumps it into the fuel guzzler hole of her flamethrower that was specially modified for her by Doors. Again, it says like by Doors on the side of it. And she's going to launch a massive projectile of flame directly into the middle of this whole aggregate of monsters. It's going to hit all of them. 20-foot radius area of effect.
Sweet.
Fuck yeah.
It will also hit the snowmobiles.
Oh, damn.
Hell
Burn
yeah.
them to the ground.
Fuck it.
No, we need those.
Doris can fix anything, I'm sure of it.
Hold on. If I adjust my sphere,
Oh, Joe's super quiet now.
hold on.
I feel like if you adjust your sphere, though, you're gonna lose some bears. So This might be an interesting narrative choice for you to make.
Yeah, it's like Chekhov's bear or something.
Yeah. It's got to go off in the third act.
That's right. So here's my possibility. I could miss 3 bears, but also save the snowmobiles. How does everyone feel about that?
As long as one person
Torch 'em.
mechanically gets up with these bears, I can start doing some real damage to them.
I mean, one person is mechanically up with those bears. It's just that
I know,
she
but I
might
haven't
not
gone
survive very long.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
8 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I say let him burn.
I'm gonna tactically move my demolition sphere of
Beautiful.
flame. And thank you, DM, for reminding me that we might want to be able to escape this place eventually at some point.
I think we should
so-
go for full thing realism and just all die together.
Yeah.
There's 2 left at the end.
So 6 of these monsters will have to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please,
Sick.
against my save DC of 16.
Okay. My dex saving throw is +4.
Dang, ding, dang, dong.
No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. It's only +1.
Okay.
I forgot to change those numbers. Okay. +1, and I need to make 6 of them.
That's right.
Hoo boy. 6.
Nice.
8. 9. All right, my luck's catching up to
in
me.
flames.
16. 4. And 19.
Okay.
So 2
Only
succeed.
2 saved.
Yeah.
Everyone who fails takes 28 fire damage.
Oh, you should have done them all.
And
okay.
everyone who succeeds only takes 14.
Okay, here's what's up.
That was one of my only big guns though. And I feel like we're gonna need more later. So I
Who-
might need a nap after this.
How much do you take if you succeed?
14.
Okay. But 2 survived it. The other 4 perished.
Yeah. And there's
Do you want
just
to
this,
describe
like,
that kill for me? The 4
Yeah.
dying?
Yeah, I like re-pour in some fuel and get this big flamethrower up on my shoulder, and it kicks back this massive ball of flame that launches into the night sky. I imagine it's night. It looks night-like to me. And there's just like a flame of heat and light on everyone's faces as this sphere of fire and just molten shit like catapults over everyone's heads and lands in the middle of this writhing crew of monsters that means us ill, and this just black crater erupts with flame, and there's scree sounds and echo into the night, and then as everyone's like blindness wears off from the flash, you can smell the corpses burning in the night.
Oh, beautiful, poetic.
Thank you. I'm gonna take a bonus action to extend my hand forward and offer a healing word to my friend Bellamy. What that means is I put my hand on her shoulder and I go, if you don't fucking make it through this, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I'm not doing the dishes again by myself. Do you understand me?
I'll do it. I'll fucking do the dishes.
You
Just
better
wait.
believe you will.
Oh my god, I'm bleeding so much.
Well, you are going to take
10 damage. She's dead. She just chokes her out.
You take 8 healing
Oh,
life
nice.
points.
Life points. Bring me to life.
Yes.
That's right. So it's a
Wake
little
me
bit of
up.
you get a little bit.
I get a little bit. I'm crawling back from the edge of the grave to the area sort of near another grave, but it hasn't been dug up yet. Very like John Smith 1882 joke. I hope there's a Simpsons out there somewhere.
More healing sound effect.
I was saying me and Alex are still so quiet.
Alex is quiet.
Am I
Joe's
quiet?
still quiet?
I cranked my mic.
Laura said that.
All right.
Am I
And
still
so did
quiet?
Bryn.
Is this
But
better?
anyway,
You're better. I'll turn Joe up a little more. There we go.
Anything else on your turn there, Cherry?
no, I'm good. I just laugh.
Yeah, Cherry. What are we laughing at?
I used 5 feet of movement to move directly beside Jack. And then, wait, is it Jack? Jake.
Doesn't matter. Call me
And
both.
I high five him, and then I use 5 more feet of movement to scoot back.
A fucking high five.
That turn was nothing short of epic.
Thank
and
you.
it's going to bring us to Bellamy on the edge of life and death.
Yes, and she's not feeling great, and boy is she pissed. And so she's bleeding. She literally is that image of Winona Ryder at the end of Heathers, where she's just like covered in smoke and blood, except it's the start of Heathers still, and everyone else is fine.
I took a little damage too. It's all right. Come on, Bellamy.
And so I'm gonna scoot back just a little.
You will take an attack of opportunity from 2 of these bears. Are you okay with that?
Don't do it.
Or I can just you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna start blowing shit up now. Never mind. I'm not moving. I'm just gonna blow everyone up.
Perfect.
Stand together.
That's my mood. This has a range of 60 feet. I've still got my hairspray can and a lighter, but now I have like one of those lighters that like the brulee torch and one of those like an Elnet can from the 70s, which is full of like really toxic chemicals. But it's gonna hold your hair, and it's also going to just blow anything up in sight.
These creatures are susceptible to hairspray.
Yes.
Yeah. They're part of the environment. It's bad for the environment.
I was just about
As I
to
understand.
say. It's so good.
They're like, oh no, CFCs. So I'm good. That's 60 foot, 60 feet. I mean, that's quite large.
Is this a
area.
single target thing?
I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Oh shit.
Oh, this is a single target thing.
Okay, good.
That's very annoying.
It's good. The snowmobiles are safe.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay! But so I'm going to the one that's closest to me. I want to see it in hell. So it's a dex saving throw for it.
Yeah. The one who is just like this one here, that one looks pretty hurt. So if you want, you could move 1 step closer towards it and do your attack, and you won't trigger an attack of opportunity.
All right.
Just as a, but then you're within, then you're in the middle of them. It's up to you.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Either way, I think I'm screwed the second something touches me again.
Sweet.
So let's just blow that bad boy up.
Okay, sweet. Is this an attack roll or do I save throw?
Save throw.
Dex?
Yes.
14.
Ugh. Well, it's very rude of you, but you still take damage.
Okay.
And the damage is you're gonna take 12 damage.
Good night to that sweet polar bear.
Get the hell out of here.
Nice.
She's just got the Elnet can and just takes it, just crushes it in her hand afterwards. There's just
No,
more
you'll
in
need
the
that.
bag. No, there's still more.
Okay.
You got a whole bag of them.
Yeah, the thing is that Bellamy looks like shit right now, but she's got just amazing Dolly Parton hair. Like just beautiful 80s hair. It's stunning.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
Just wisped, just curled away from the face. Amazing.
And she's working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Working 9 to 5.
And she resents it.
Fun fact, that was the original inspiration, or my original pitch for our Dice Shame
I was
theme
just
song.
going to say, Dice Shame almost
Whoa.
started with
I
working
was
9
big
to
into
5.
being like, okay, I'm like 99% sure our theme song should be this, but like a cover of it or a version of it. I don't know. I was really obsessed
We're a
with that song for
lesser show because we chose not to.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I really wanted it. But
That was a fun fact and I enjoyed it a lot. All right, Bellamy, you moving or you staying put?
I'm gonna
get out of here.
I'm gonna run. I'm trying to move, and I'm looking at the stream. I should go to the actual the actual.
Oh
thing.
yeah, the actual roll 20 page.
Not the StreamYard thing, like the ding dong.
Get out of here, Bellamy. Take the attack. Save you 3 others.
And
All right.
she's just limping back there, like, ow, my legs.
What a
Cross
way
your
to make a
fingers that you
living.
miss.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a bite on you. Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
No!
That's another 12 damage to you, Bellamy, as you try to
No!
walk away.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Bellamy.
Are you down?
Bellamy goes unconscious.
So you're down next to me though.
Yeah, you don't even get over there.
True.
You try to move and you get chomped.
That's,
That's true.
Yeah, you
All
got him
right.
back.
all right.
How do these monsters feel about eating downed
They
party
go before
members?
me? I thought I went before them.
There's
You.
like 900 of them.
Yeah, but I
It's
got like a
after
20
Bellamy's down in the. Here, I'll move the mix up here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So it's these two. Now it's doors.
Captain, you got this. We'll toss you another D8.
Oh,
And then
thanks, bud.
Doors in a ring.
I believe in you.
And he kind of like steps up behind you.
He's like, don't worry, Captain. I've been watching tapes while we've been here. We've got a couple of the dog whisperer. I think I've picked up a few things. You stand back and take her to safety. I've got it from here. I've been building a secret weapon.
Are you sure?
And
Let's see how this goes.
Doors will kind of starts yodeling and playing out a discordant song to the icy winds
Ooh.
at the same time. Sound vaguely reminiscent of the polar bear's own high-pitched shrill shrieks.
Beautiful.
Could every one of them make me a charisma saving throw?
Charisma. They suck at this a
Doesn't mean
lot.
that they all were like super lovely. And if we
These are
just were nice to-
uncharming polar bears.
Yes, if we just were nice to them, that they would
7.
like, be like, I love you, man.
12. 10. Nat 1. I only have hot dice except against Bellamy.
As long as you're killing
As long as
her,
you're killing Alex.
then it's,
It's
fine.
fine. I deserve it.
Mhm.
So it sounds like they all fail.
As the ode to Adora Bears goes out, each of them coming in as hostiles, and it's hostiles that we call them, becomes indifferent to us and will remain indifferent to us for the next minute.
Wow.
right.
Oh
That's
my
many rounds.
god. Okay.
I think I've got them sort of under concentration, but I have to make eye contact with all 4, which is difficult at once. And that one's got more eyes than you'd expect. So drag her back towards the door very carefully. And if I die, please think fondly of me.
You won't die. As soon as she's safe, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. You hear me? And then I slap you and break your concentration. No, just kidding.
Oh no.
Just like aggressively grab you to like. Sorry, shit. Oh, damn.
Gotta start to slowly start backing away towards the door as well.
Cool.
And that's it for
Amazing.
doors.
Okay, fabulous. So these 4 remaining polar bear hostile creatures, they're all advancing on you, claws out, jaw starting to unhinge, and suddenly they all just kind of go like ghostly still, and they stand like almost like stock still, like drooling a little bit out of their mouths, looking like shark-eyed, dead, just not looking well. Anybody can roll me a nature check.
On it.
Sweet.
I love animals. It's what I do, feeding the dogs in the kennel.
I'm really
For some reason, I thought this was in space.
I'm really stupid for a doctor.
I appreciate it. Unfortunately,
I don't know
also
anything
just
about nature.
face down a thing of my own blood.
Oh, wait. Nature's not the one I'm good at. Never mind. But I got not bad. I got... Never mind.
I'm rolling it. I'm doing it anyway.
I got 4.
I rolled a 3. I think these are dogs.
These are dogs.
Aw. Hey, these dogs are doing great. Doors, you can roll that nature also if you like.
Yeah, you're unconscious right now, Bellamy.
Yeah.
You know what they are, but you can't.
The worst
Sadly,
thing
that
I've
is
ever
only
seen
a
was
10.
Woof,
doors.
you guys.
That's what they're
Woof.
rough. They're dogs.
I just tried
Woof
it. and it was
woof.
like a 16.
You said the thing. I put all my points into investigation. I went hard into investigation.
All right. So you notice that like they're not stunned or anything, right? They're just non-hostile towards you.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Even
They
hostile,
are
not
indifferent
hostile.
for 58 seconds, 57 seconds,
Perfect.
56 seconds.
So they're not stunned. So they're just kind of looking around a little confused. They're looking at you like they don't really know what to do with you. And then all of them sort of turn their head towards the base, kind of in sync. And then they look back at you and they start to like slowly back away. Like it's not their turn, but like you're watching them kind of like they look like they want to retreat. It looks like when they stopped being aggressive towards you, they noticed something. And it seems to have made them nervous. But since we're still in initiative, just because Bellamy is still down, actually we can pull out of initiative. They're not hostile to you as long as you guys do what you're going to do within the next minute. So let me know what you'd like to do within the next minute to deal with the situation.
Yeah, I just grab Bellamy and start
Doors is
dragging
going
her
inside.
back. Yeah. Come on, get in, shut the doors.
Like just like you can hear like a whisper on the wind that's like, "Don't touch my hair."
Can I just stabilize her?
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Natural 20, so she's great.
Oh, I'm going to give you 1 hit point for that.
Aw, thanks, Jay.
Well, not you.
Oh, never mind. I'm already at my max hit points, though, so don't even worry
I'm
about
so
it.
full, I couldn't take another. Just throw it away.
Good man.
Bellamy, you come back to consciousness with 1 hit point. You guys
Wake
close
up!
the base.
Lock it. Doors, help me lock this.
God, this sucks. I just want to go back.
Yes,
to my
absolutely.
Are you okay? Are you okay? You lost a lot of blood out there.
Clearly, I am not okay. The blood should be inside me. Thank you.
Yes.
Jesus,
Obviously.
Jesus Christ. What the hell was that?
Well, yeah. But we'll take a look at you after.
I know, but they stopped after your thing, but they looked at the base and they turned around on the goddamn own. What the hell is that? They never acted like that before.
What were they looking at?
I don't know. They were looking in here.
Doors.
They might have been looking at me because yes.
They weren't looking at you.
Were you going to make a sort of maintenance request or something, or were you just announcing my name?
Where the hell's Elaine? Elaine! And I slam on the comms unit. Beep! Elaine, where are you?
No answer.
Where the fuck was Elaine? Where was the last time we saw her?
I think I saw her eating your lunch at one point.
What?
Didn't we used to have 8 people here once?
My birthday.
Well, yeah, stop
Gotta get
bringing it up.
sustained.
Olivia and Roger have been gone for 2 weeks.
Just because Roger was your ex-husband.
What? Listen, we were married for 6 blissful weeks.
Before he died.
Yes.
I moved over.
And Olivia was the chaplain who married us.
Maybe they ran off together. Look, we need to find
That was a
Elaine.
beautiful, beautiful ceremony.
Thank you.
Listen, we need
Thank
to
you for
find
letting me
Elaine.
be the ring bearer.
If
Welcome, buddy.
don't mention Bear. God damn, don't mention Bear. Look, we need to find Elaine. She was down in the cargo bay looking at the back door to make sure no other bears got in or no other hostiles got in. Let's just make sure she's safe.
Yeah.
Listen, Bellamy, we got to get you to the medical center to get you sewn up. There's some claw marks and bite marks, and God, this is a real horror show. I'm just going to say it. You're not going to be on the cover of any swimsuit magazines after this.
Not that you would have been on earlier. Not to say that you're ugly, just that Arctic Weekly isn't publishing.
I'm
right
just
now.
going to...
We don't need this right now.
I'm working on the first issue, but I mean, it takes time to put together.
I just don't need it layered on top right now.
I'm just
It's
gonna-
sort of anger lasagna.
put it out there. I'm not great with sutures. Let's go. And I take...
I'm only gonna look cooler.
I take your like sling your arm around my shoulder and I kind of help you move down the hallway, and I turn back towards Doors and Jake and I'm like, just make sure those things don't find a way in.
Yeah, we're gonna double it up.
Yeah.
Doors, hold back for a second.
Yeah. Well, what's up, Captain?
Where's your soldering iron or whatever the thing, the welding torch? That's the thing.
Oh yeah, the dingle. Yeah, that right here.
That's it. Let's just solder this up. And hey, while I have you alone, what the hell do you think got into those creatures out there when they're looking back this way? They just turned around and stopped. I mean, after what you did, of course.
Yeah, well, who knows sort of what violent tendencies like populate their minds. So maybe clear of that, they were exposed briefly to some greater truth and almost cling to a grasp of their old sentience, and then it was gone.
I don't know. Can I roll insight after the fact to kind of like see if I could judge their like animal tendencies?
Why don't you roll a perception check for me instead?
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. That's gonna be 21.
Oh, that is a juicy perception.
Yeah, I put a lot of points into that stuff.
Just as a quick description of where you are right now, the interior of the base is as cramped as it is expansive. Concrete walls and floors hug the single-story base tightly, but the floor plan circles around a 40-meter circumference. It's built half underground to make use of the geothermal heating, and yet it's always a bit chilly inside. But Jake, you notice something. It's chillier than usual, much chillier. You didn't notice because you were running around outside and you were heated, and now that you kind of like come back to temperature, it feels frigid in here.
Now that I think about it, doesn't it feel kind of cold in here, Doors?
Yeah, well, you may recall there's, the storm's taking a hit on our, thermostat air conditioning heating support system, but, that's in progress, under control. I actually was about to go work on that when, our friends the door bears showed up.
Yeah, all them fancy words that you said, I concur. I understood everything you said, and I don't feel intellectually inferior at all.
I appreciate that you're always on the same page with me, Captain. It makes me feel real good about my work.
Yeah, me too. I feel real good about myself right now.
Right.
Let's go see if there's a leak or something.
Now, I just want to clarify before we walk away from here. You ordered solder door, so it's not going to work as a door now. It's effectively a wall until further notice.
Yes. Well,
okay.
Between that and the polar bears that, frankly, quite easily jumped over our walls, and there were 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
I'm happy to use a different exit.
Gosh, would have been nice if the storm wasn't there and we could have gotten that electric razor wire set up on the fence posts.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Are there any windows like looking out into this courtyard area?
There are actually some windows on the exterior and interior parts of the walls. All of the windows have iron bars on them to protect you from from outside.
That.
And Jake, as Doors walks away, Jake lingers and looks out one of those windows, and the Ennio Morricone soundtrack comes in with a dong 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 as he stares out to the wind, and he goes, "I hope the monsters are only out there." And he turns around, and there's an act break.
Perfect.
The audience can go get some popcorn and
It's a calm moment back in the with Bellamy and Cherry.
Yeah. Just to reiterate, the base is shaped like a square donut. There's a big atrium in the middle of it where if you are someone who likes to keep things like pets, that's where they would go, sort of out of danger of being hostiled. And where would you like to go? You're all starting to feel the draftiness of this place. It feels unusually cold.
Oh, did anyone leave a window open? Is anything open? Did anything break?
That's against protocol, but probably somewhere.
Protocol is, we're done with protocol. There are polar bears that's heads split open. I know they're friend shaped, but I'm not giving them a hug. They gave me plenty of hugs already. Protocol's over. Where is that wind coming from?
I don't know. Maybe when Jake was hanging out with his dog or something, he left the door open, or I don't know.
That dog.
Or maybe Elaine is somewhere and she didn't want to get locked out and she's having a cigarette. She does that sometimes.
I know. I know she ran out of Nicorette patches like ages ago.
Can you just move your arm? And I'm like trying to sew up like your flank, and there's just like big gaping wounds in your side. Can you just please stop wiggling?
Fine. It's very uncomfortable though.
You'll be fine.
That. I know. I'm like Bellamy's got tons of cool like tattoos. Like she's like got a lot of like cool edgy tattoos. She's annoyed because when she got there, she realized to take out like all of her like cool piercings in her ears because they all froze to them.
Ew.
So, yeah. So she's like, oh, this is gonna really wreck how these look.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit more healing juju on you, if that's okay.
And I feel like when you're doing that, Jake and Doors come into the med bay.
How's everybody looking in here?
Max healing, you got another 8.
Yay. I do love being healed.
Hey, you're looking all right.
Well, healed.
Sorry about that out there. We should have been there for you a little bit more.
Listen, Jake, did you leave a door open somewhere in here? It's like very cold. Jake?
No. We were thinking the same thing actually. Didn't realize it got this cold this in deep already. Maybe I'll check out the donut, not just because I like donuts, but because that's where the animals are. I want to make sure they're safe after that stir. I'll be a few if you won't. Unless anyone wants to come with me. Not that I'm nervous or anything, but Elaine should have called back by now.
Yeah, I'll come with. I'm just about done here. And I like look at my bloody hands, and I look at Bellamy, and then I just shrug.
Yeah, Bellamy's looking and seeing like her tattoos are all now kind of misaligned. Like
that's awesome.
You fools, this only makes me look cooler and more badass.
Bells, are you back on your feet, or are you gonna be a while recovering?
I think this is. I think I just gotta stick with you guys because I'm not staying here by myself. This feels like a bad idea. I mean, staying in this place in general feels like a bad idea, but I don't know where else we're gonna go.
Hey, look, the pay is damn well good, and you know why we signed up. We all
you
did the same.
can't buy shit when you're dead.
Well, if you want to get on the chopper out of here, maybe we will later.
Okay, I'll leave.
Jake, being the pilot, kind of like dodges his own question. Anyway, let's go, and he walks out.
Right. Well, Jake, Cherry, take the one side, the atrium. I was thinking, Bells, maybe we should circle around the other, because it is chilly in here, and even though I've got some maintenance to do on the, the old heater, furnace, air conditioner, shaft, crawl space combo. We still need to double check that there's just no windows open, because that kind of does the whole thing. And also people haven't like taped up all the seams, then it also doesn't really work. So, just want to double check and also make sure that Elaine is alive.
Yeah, I'm feeling less and less optimistic about that as every minute passes and a little bit more blood sleeps into my boots.
What do you mean?
Well, like
she was alive 10 minutes ago.
Was she? Wait, how long have you
half
been
an
here?
hour ago, 6 hours ago, whatever we last saw, she was alive.
I've been unconscious for quite a while. I think I have some brain damage.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. The only person who's been close to death is you.
This is true.
All right. Well, let me know if you need a piece of rebar as a crutch or something. Otherwise, let's get walking.
I might use one as a hitting stick.
Armed with a hitting stick.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like as Jake and Cherry are like walking the north perimeter of the donut, Jake just says as an aside, damn, when I first attacked that hostile, I should have done a lot more damage. I didn't read my character sheet correctly.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did you sustain an injury that I didn't
No,
see?
I forgot to turn my pole on.
Oh.
But meta, I did realize that the whole reason I ran up, I forgot, but I don't need my sneak attack because I took Swashbuckler. It works also when someone's not within 5 feet.
Right.
I have stipulations that it works most of the time, so I should have probably killed that one the first. But I'm only saying that to remind myself.
It's because we ran out of coffee last week. I feel like everyone's just kind of operating in slow motion right now.
Yeah, we ran out of coffee.
By the way,
what?
You mentioned the helicopter.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a timeline on when
Listen,
that is going to be?
I told all of you 3 months ago that it was going to take some time. I had to get a part off of one of the snowmobiles, the one that wasn't working, and I'm still trying to fit it into the. Listen, I'm the pilot. I can fly anything.
The thing about being a pilot is that when the chopper is broken, you don't.
Oh, don't give me this. That Doors should have fixed it again. Look, Doors has enough on their plate, okay? This was totally something Jake could have handled. I could have handled, and I did handle it, and it's basically ready. It's just, I just need to dust off the tarp. It'll be fine. Look, you want to take off from this place right now after a little hostile attack? It's a third one this month. We're fine.
I'm not saying we're not fine. I just would feel better if we knew that we could get out of here.
Well, then feel better because we can.
Okay. Great then. How's your dog?
I don't know. I'm nervous. Let's go check on him. Bosco! And I feel like we open the northern door to the center donut.
Let me ask you something. Do you keep pets other than Bosco? Pets, experiments, whatever?
Yeah, of course. We keep 7 dogs on hand at all times.
Oh, just regular dogs.
Well, they're research dogs. They're not used for research. They help with research.
Gotcha.
Like they power little treadmills for computers.
Aww.
Dog power.
They carry things to and
They
from
carry things.
different
Yeah, we use them like, what are those? St. Bernards?
Yeah.
Carry like little, we
whiskey
Oh.
barrels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've all got the barrels.
Oh,
But they're
there's
for, like-
totally a Tuesday night where like Doors has his feet up listening to something and Bosco comes up with like a screwdriver underneath his neck and to like deliver stuff between people on the outpost.
Beautiful.
I feel like we also keep like puffins.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like a battery of cages.
Yeah.
With
These puffins specifically bred to lay eggs.
yes, they're
Like chickens.
they're laying
They're
puffins.
chickens of the Arctic. we eat puffin
on a
egg
second.
breakfast.
That's right.
I don't do puffins lay eggs. I don't actually know.
Of course they do. They're
lay
birds.
eggs.
Listen. I made it very clear that Jake is the dumbest one. Okay. That
They
wasn't just
reproduce through
role-playing.
division.
I didn't know. I didn't want to assume they could be like dolphins or whatever.
What, live birth?
Yeah, you never know. I don't know.
Like
It's weird.
I'm really
They could be
upset by the
platyp-
idea of a live birth bird where
Hey
like
man,
a bird just
listen,
comes out
I
of
don't
another
know.
bird. I don't
They're
know why.
weird middle ground creatures. Okay,
They're
Platypus
not
is its own
brown.
thing.
Oh, platypus.
Middle ground things.
Sure.
Platypus is a
Yes.
thing. Anyway,
Platypi.
all I mean to say is we've done it so that they lay eggs in the way that you can.
And they all have
chickens.
little placards of their names on top, and they all rhyme with puffin. So there's like muffin, stuffin, fluffin, etc.
Fisticuffin.
That's
My
right.
favorite. He's got like a scar. Hey, Fisticuffin, how you doing?
He's like,
Yeah, you open the door to the interior donut. The donut hole, if you will, and I will. You open the door, and all of the animals seem pretty freaking agitated. Most severely Bosco as he runs up to you, and he's just like,
Oh, good Bosco. Who's a good boy? Yeah, that's a good boy.
He's a
Great
husky,
boy.
I've decided.
Yeah, and I'm rubbing a little face and I'm giving him a little.
He doesn't want it. He's like when you try to pet him, he like backs away from you, and he looks
Bosco.
really scared, like he's trying to talk to you.
Oh, what's wrong, little guy? Hey, that's okay. Go. And I reach in my pocket and I pull out some of the rabbit jerky I have, and I give him a little bit. Here, it's okay. I try to pet him again.
Garf, garf.
Garf that up.
What a
This is
good
my
boy.
favorite part of the game.
Little Garfy.
He garms it down.
Can I? Oh, I don't have any animals. Shit.
I have animal handling pretty okay.
No, I have that, but I don't have any like
Speak
with
with?
animals or anything. But that's okay. This is real world anyway, so why would I? What's wrong? Can I maybe roll insight? Can I kind of like?
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. I'll roll insight. Especially because I know Bosco so well. Like he sleeps in my bed sometimes. Sometimes
Aw.
only when it's really cold and I'm really lonely, which is all the time. So it's a 16.
Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, you know Bosco's personality traits, you understand his moods, you're very in tune with him. He's pretty clearly nervous and agitated, and you notice that he keeps looking over his shoulder in the same direction. And like kind of as he's like being vocal with you, he's like vocalizing towards a direction. So you're getting the sense that there's something over there.
Yeah, and Jake pulls out his like electric rod,
Guitar.
powers up, and he looks over to like
Starts shredding.
like the darkened corner, and like snow's falling slowly, and like there's deep shadows cast over in like the far end of the open area, and he sort of turns to Cherry and he's like, Bosco doesn't sense something's right.
Cherry turns from where she's checking on the puffins, and she's like, "Oh, what do you mean?"
And he just sort of like gestures in the direction, and I'm gonna like stealth up to just sort of that direction and try to get a read of the area.
Sweet.
Maybe he'll say, "Is like maybe something got in, some other than the hostiles."
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Give me the best stealth check of your life.
Okay, it was a 19 plus 2, 21. That's not bad.
Awesome.
Not the best one of my life, but it's up there.
Deece.
Let's cut to Doors and Bellamy.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good GMing.
Yes. and just excellent editor mind right there.
Thank you.
Well cut.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello? Anyone
were
in the
you guys-
bathroom?
Where are you guys headed?
No? Okay, this one's empty.
I just think you should make less noise.
But then, like, Elaine might not hear me.
If Elaine is still alive,
Why
she'll
do you
probably
keep saying that?
Bellamy gestures to herself. She's just caked in her own blood and is just like a thing. I barely survived out there with 3 other people around me. Elaine was alone. And Elaine is also the same kind of person who I don't understand it, but she's the only kind of person who like loses a boot and then just can't find it again. And she's stomping around outside being like, "Where's my boot? Where's my boot?" And you're just like, "Elaine, it's negative 52 out here. Your foot's gonna fall off." And she's like, "I stepped in the snow and it's gone now forever."
And that
You know how many
big
boots
red-
I've had to go
Elaine
through?
sounds like the worst.
And that,
She's awesome. She's my best friend
She's
on this
so
whole
hapless.
place.
and that big red puffy jacket of hers is just so visible in the snow.
Yeah, and she always wears lots of perfume. Like you can just find her anywhere. So if you
Yeah.
can smell her, if you can
Yeah.
smell like
Charlie number 9, you know?
yeah,
I
actually,
recognize it from my grandmother.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's Love Spell. So it's like Victoria's
Oh.
Secret Love Spell. So
Yeah,
it's
sounds
It's like
right.
pretty cheap.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's very 2004.
So you're implying that maybe not all of the Adore Bears went together over the same part of the wall at the same time.
I mean, I'm worried that if one of them snuck off and then was like into the smell of like flowers and vanilla, that it's gonna find her and it's gonna eat her entire head.
Frankly, I think one is all it would take for Elaine.
Yes, yes, she is short.
Okay. I'm going to start steeling myself emotionally now, but know that it still may be a shock if we lose Elaine. Because, like, hey, anybody in there?
Oh my God! Stop.
Cafeteria is clear.
Oh.
Before you
but-
guys go on, I'm going to stop you here for a second. Cherry, this is going to sound like a strange question to ask right now, but you're the doctor of this crew.
Correct.
What kind of things do you have to help people? Do you have ingredients to make medicines, let's say?
The very basic reagents that are necessary for some common medicines, for sure.
Perfect.
But mostly the kinds of things that I have on deck that are like ingredients are also part of our research side of things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I have like bandages, gauze, like first aid type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Less like, I don't know, willow bark. You know what I mean?
For sure, but like maybe some basic chemicals, I'm assuming.
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
Great.
Bleach, ammonia.
She's been pouring isopropyl
mixed those all
alcohol on
Yeah.
Bellamy this whole time.
And this whole thing was a fever dream. That's what
right.
it is.
Yeah.
Bellamy and Doors, we're going to take a quick flashback here to
Ooh.
a couple days after the disappearance of Roger Lee, who was the second crew member to go missing. Third, if you count the unnamed one at the top that no one knows about and you guys didn't notice.
She was my
Why
best
do you
friend.
keep saying people are dying? It's not...
Where is Roger? Where do you think he is? Do you think he just wandered down the street to go to the 7-Eleven or something? Guess what? We're in the Arctic. Nothing's out here.
Maybe he's like Elaine and he went out for a cigarette break, you know? Maybe he's...
He doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. He doesn't.
Maybe-
His only vice is
Yes.
rewatching The Office for the 19th time. If I have to hear that theme song one more time, I'm gonna lose it.
Besides Dog Whisperer.
Both of you make me a perception check.
Oh. I just rolled like
Like dog shit.
Yeah, like a 4.
A hot
Just
4.
And a 22 for Dora.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Bellamy, you're on about something.
She's just so mad that he keeps watching The Office and he doesn't skip the theme song.
I don't like The Office either. You hear as Jake walks by 2 weeks earlier.
Yeah, he fucking gets it.
Which is weird because he should love The Office.
Overrated! Prefer the UK version, if any.
I want to be the Dwight here, Michael!
I just love Martin Freeman.
Doors, you and Bellamy are taking just a walk around a circle just for some exercise, something to do. Bellamy's on about something, and you start to tune her out because she's had this rant maybe 5 or 6 times in like the last week.
This is just my real life.
and as you walk by the sleeping quarters, you notice Elaine rifling through some belongings, sort of like frantically. And the thing that you notice, especially with the 22, is that they're not her belongings, they're Cherry's.
Bitch.
Can I I imagine it's just like the door's slightly open sort of thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Just Elaine, Cherry doesn't smoke. So if you're looking for cigarettes, I'm sorry, you'll just have to wait for the next shipment to come in.
She stands up so fast when she hears your voice and she bonks her head on the underside of one of the bunk beds and she's just like,
That looked real bad.
yeah, sorry.
I had
You know, if you need stitches from Cherry later, I'm not gonna tell her you were in here.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
She'd go
Thanks.
real rough on the scalp with that one.
I just after Roger Lee's disappearance, I just really needed a cigarette. So
I love that we always call him by his full name.
you
just-
can't
it
say
rolls
it
off the
without
tongue so
saying
much.
both names at
Roger
once.
Lee. Yeah, it's like a Union general. Yep.
That's right. Yeah, sorry. I was totally out of my mind. I'll just and she like kind of stammers as she walks back to her.
I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, you know, we all rummage through each other's rooms from time to time.
Yeah.
people rummaging through Jake's drawers, just like,
You did not look good in your driver's license photo, by the way. Should get a retake.
Yeah, I may have used your passport to make origami while bored. So, sorry about that.
Elaine, we still good for office reruns later?
Absolutely. Yeah, can't wait. Both of you make another perception check as she gives you the finger guns.
Oh, different finger guns.
15.
10.
15. So different, yeah, different guns.
Okay. Doors, her hands look a little fucked up. Something looks wrong with them, but with a 15, it doesn't immediately click. You just kind of take note of it, that her fingers look like, almost like frostbitten, maybe. And she finger guns her way out of the room. And we pull out of the flashback.
Doris, you okay? You're just kind of staring off into space now, and it's really unsettling in the light of everything that's happened.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Elaine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect with her. Like, has anything been weird with her lately? Has she told you anything? Like, what's her deal? I don't know. Has she been smoking more? Did she go further away?
The only remind me what she did around here.
Wait, I'm gonna let Jay pick that.
I certainly can remind you what Elaine Bailey does around here. And just as a description of her, because I have it, lanky but wiry, pale, and often disheveled is Elaine Bailey. She does good work around the base here as a generic researcher, but not specializing in anything so much as dabbling in a bit of everything and being a sort of jack-of-all-trades grunt. She's always interested in what you're doing if she can learn from it, but an encounter with Bailey is never without a lengthy and often boring story about her cats back home. Don't worry, they're staying with her mother until she gets back from placement.
Did do you recall if she had any research projects going on that would be like black and oily and all over her hands, that kind of thing?
No, she was just doing some like basic stuff with like I don't know. She was working on something with like a minor
Pressing
fungus
buttons on the
and-
computers.
Yeah, she had like a
and-
little. She would just have like the little like things with the jelly,
the
and she'd
bubbles.
sneeze on it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
and then stuff.
I love
would
the ones that go
grow.
around.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
and then she would just like take the petri dishes and ash into them, and I thought that was
Right.
really unhygienic, but it certainly is a choice.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Why Why would she be covered in like something oily? Did you see that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to remember. Like one of the last times I saw her, a little ways back after Roger Lee died. It was that she was. Don't tell Cherry this. She was in Cherry's room, going through her stuff. Probably looking for clothes to steal or something. And when she walked out, like her hands were just like all sort of black and cakey, like she was making a sort of awful sourdough bread by hand.
Did you not tell Cherry this? That's really weird.
Why would I tell Cherry that?
Well,
Cherry would
because-
kill her. Have you seen Elaine? Have you seen Cherry?
Yeah, I've seen them both.
Cherry might be the reason Elaine is dead right now.
Cherry is not the reason that Elaine is dead right now. Cherry is
Don't
Lovely.
say Elaine. She's not. Elaine isn't dead. We don't know that. We don't know that for sure. Elaine might be fine. We can
want Elaine to
ignore
be
the
fine.
Bears. We can go back to watching The Office reruns,
oh my god.
and it will all just be fine like it was.
We are watching another show if we survive this, okay? I swear to God.
Hey, tell it to the folks who ship us VHS tapes.
Oh, okay, fine.
We're still
Fine.
on VHS.
Pop in the next one, season 5.
You guys didn't rewind this last time. God damn it.
God. Where are we? Where
I
where
imagine
we
during
stand?
this time we've been like slowly working down the kind of one side of the donuts, just like knocking
Yeah.
on doors.
They're just
Sometimes doors
listening.
yells. Sometimes doors.
Bellamy's just listening and like occasionally like dabbing at like the cut in her forehead that just keeps like opening and like drifting down to her eyes and like along her nose. And you're just like bleh, bleh.
Beautiful. Okay, so you just start to make your way around the perimeter, and you do start to notice that the direction that you're walking in, it's starting to feel colder. You're getting closer to the source of it.
Oh boy, it's freezing over here, and this shouldn't be this cold. Even if the heat was out, like which it isn't because it's warm in other parts of the building, it should not be.
Yeah,
cold
exactly.
here.
It's not my fault at all. It's got to be something else.
You know what? If we see that helicopter, we could just fly away.
I mean-
Bellamy's just out for herself.
Do you know how difficult it is to fly a helicopter?
I'd
You're
rather die on my own terms.
many months ago.
Listen, Jake hasn't let me set a single thumb on that thing. I don't know what kind of state he's got it in.
Okay.
You ruminate on the fact that Jake has an unfinished helicopter that he doesn't let anybody touch. And that scene of The Office where what's his name spills all the chili on the floor and then awkwardly cleans it up kind of just replays on a loop in your mind because you just can't stop thinking about it. But you're getting closer to the source
Ew.
of this cold.
It was so tragic.
It was really tragic, just like the disappearance of your friends.
So
Or
much
coworkers. Let's not presume. You start to get closer to the source of the cold. You're starting to smell something rotten
Like
and
chili?
decaying. But
Not
before you
Think
act on
Jake
it, let's
slapped
cut
his door open
back.
again.
Let's cut back to Jake and Cherry.
All right. I forgot what I rolled, but I think I rolled well. For
You
this.
rolled a
You rolled-
21.
You rolled bonkers good.
Yeah.
Cherry, you're sort of standing at the other end of the donut hole, and You look back because you can hear something. You hear Bellamy and Doors starting to walk towards you. You can hear Bellamy going on. I can't remember if the rant was in this
She's
time or
always talking about The Office.
I fucking hate The Office. Who likes The Office here? It's a stupid show. Who are we on about? Do you like The Office, Jerry?
I watch it to make her angry.
Oh.
That's why I put it on.
You guys have an unhealthy relationship.
Yes.
All of y'all's. I stay out in the far reaches of this place, and Jake has his own little pad like off the engineering bay, like a tiny little cot in the warm. He doesn't sleep with.
You
everybody
stole
else.
like a cupboard and you like
No, not even. Like I
re-outfitted it.
imagine like the belly of this thing, like the boiler room that's like kind of hot. He just like nuzzles up like a rat. He kind of like has a little cot in there. But like, so he kind of like sees himself as like you're like the equivalent of this base's city folk, and he's like the outskirts, even though it's
Sure.
only like a couple hundred feet down the hall. All right,
Anyway, I hear them inside.
but there's something.
And Jake, you hear something too, but from the other direction. You hear heavy footfalls, and you look into the dark base, and you can see that there's just like a light flickering in where you snuck up to. You feel pretty sneaky, like a sewer rat, sneaking up on something.
That's what rats do.
Like Splinter.
And you get close to one of the barred windows. You can't quite see in, and there's just like flashes of the light from the flicker. But something steps into the light, into the flicker briefly, and you catch a glimpse of looks humanoid. Make a perception check for me.
Perception noise.
Perception noise.
That's a 12 plus 0. 12.
Okay.
Can I investigate it? I've been so
Let me
many more
think.
points in my investigation.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good.
Just
'cause
add
that
your
would make it
investigation mod to it.
good because my
I'll give you a different
investigation is plus 9,
Okay.
so that would make it a 20.
You made a real specific kind of guy for
I made an
this show, didn't
investigator.
you?
Yeah, of course. I wanted
Okay.
to make. I knew the theme. I wanted to have fun with it. No,
All
how
right.
fun would it be to do an investigative like horror and then every roll be like, oh. So I was like, might as well have one character at least that can have answers, you know?
Just one guy who's like, oh, well, we're screwed now.
That's what I mean. Like, I played enough games
that a
of
walrus
that
in
ilk
there?
where you're like, you know, I don't know what no one knows. Everyone's rolling shit.
You see something through the window. You don't know what it is. You can't perceive it that well, but you're starting to put the facts together like a good investigator. Taller than the polar bear hostiles for sure, at least 8 feet, maybe 9 feet. Its head is barely grazing the bottom of the ceiling. It's covered in matted fur, and the stench is so apparent, and it's the first thing you notice about it. The light flickers out. You can't see it, but you did see the direction it was walking. It's walking towards where Cherry saw Doors and Bellamy.
Jake spins around and puts his back against one of the wooden like stalls, and he calls it to Jerry. Jerry,
What is it?
come here.
What?
And he like crawls across the snow and like gets up to you. And, like,
Cherry starts like,
something tall, reeks 8 feet tall, heading towards Doors and Bellamy.
I drop into a tactical crouch with my flamethrower on my
We
shoulder.
need something to distract them, something that would call them back here quickly.
Well,
But
one of
not
the-
too obvious.
One of those polar bear things?
No, it didn't look like that. It had a blinking light, like some sort of, I don't know what it would be.
Well, just call them on the walkie.
And I reach into my jacket to try to get the walkie-talkie out in time, and I'm like fumbling with it. Doors, are you on this channel? Doors. Damn it, it's not working.
You know he always chooses channel 4.
It's the storm.
Doors on 4s.
Come on! And he pushes past you and starts running down the hall.
Okay.
I run with him.
Okay. Describe
let-
your run. Are we running frantically or are we running stealthily?
You know
Frantic
what?
at first, and then suddenly like Cherry stops me to realize, right?
No. I'm gonna start running after Jake, and then I go, you carry on, and then I take a minute to let all the puffins out of their cages as like a distraction.
No, that's a terrible idea. Stop that.
Do your best puffin noise.
Don't do that.
Scree! And then I continue running.
Jake realizes that folly, and he's like, oh, hey, Bosco! And he whistles, and Bosco comes up, and that little, like, St. Bernard thing under his chin. I'm like, all right, and he takes the little handkerchief he's got, the red one, the one that means warning, and he stuffs it in. And he goes, Bosco, doors, quick! And he doesn't slap him, but he gives a little like loving pat on his little bum, and Jake zips off. And we get a Jake eye view camera where it's like,
Aww. We put a GoPro on the dog.
yeah, and it's like real intense, right?
I love that. Okay, so which direction are you sending Bosco in? Sorry.
Towards doors.
Great.
To warn doors. If
Gotcha.
something's coming.
Okay.
My intention.
And then I hide.
My
But
intention
not
with
Melanie.
no.
Well, I mean, you're together, and I already established in my flashback that the dog helped doors, so I'm just
No, I just like the
just
idea that
bridging
like
it.
that we're at odds. So you're just like help doors, but tell that
I
other
like
chick to
you. You're the one that hates me.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I like it.
My intention with the puffins is that the monster that's inside will like stop hunting them for a minute to come investigate what's going
but
on
we're
out
near
here.
the puffins.
But we're leaving. We're in a tactical
But then
run.
we just have a bunch of puffins that are going to be okay. Go for it. Do it. Go for it.
I just let out.
I
I hide.
I let out Scruffin and McGuffin, and then
I mean, MacGuffin's a perfect name for the
Yeah.
puffin that's going to
Really
distract the
is.
thing.
and then I
Give
run.
him a red herring.
It's my favorite puffin.
Yes.
Puffins love red herrings.
Get out there huffing the puffin with asthma. Breathing so loud.
All right, I stop and let out that one too, and then I run across the donut hole and
Hell, give him a fighting chance. Toughen, you too.
it's like a big puffin.
That puffin is all muscle.
Okay.
And I follow Bosco as Bosco's like off like a shot, but I kind of just vaguely follow where Bosco's going.
Yeah, and I hide.
Excellent. Okay, so let me just get this straight. You're let's round it up here. You're setting the puffins
Just three of-
inside. in the
Four.
donut?
I'm setting 4 puffins free in the donut hole to
Okay.
cause some commotion.
Okay. Give me an animal handling.
I will.
Animal
And then
handling.
after doing animal handling,
16.
handling hams.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. So you these puffins are already agitated, but when you open the gates to their cages, they kind of freeze up. So you tempt them out. You get them to get all riled up. You get
I pour out a couple of handfuls of puffin chow and I scatter it on the snow.
They're like possums. They go like dead when you stand still.
This
Thing. You know how
podcast-
goats, when they get really scared, they just freeze up.
Yeah,
and fall
yeah, yeah.
over?
Fainting goats.
They
Fainting goats. It's like
play
puffins.
possum. This freaking stream is so educational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could cite this stuff in an academic paper.
In fact,
you should.
Yes. Please, God, do it.
Tag us. Okay. You set the you
Don't
set
at me.
please
No,
at
cite me, please.
You set the puffins loose in the donut hole. And then you run after Bosco. Bosco takes off like a shot, and Jake is nowhere to be found.
He's
After
so good
setting
at
it.
hiding.
Well, Jake does his smart thing. He like hides up in the on the ceiling, how there's that like row of pipes that like hang below the pipes that carry all the water. So he gets up above that, the dusty kind of little nook, because he's good at, and he just kind of waits a little bit because he doesn't know what the hell's going on right now.
Do you like jump up and kind of like, you know what I mean?
I do one
Okay.
of those.
I just wanted to know the exact method. Okay.
Just waits.
Amazing. Okay, you're in the ceiling. Cherry, you follow Bosco, and Bellamy and Doors, you see Bosco sprinting towards you with Cherry not too far behind. They both look panicked.
Oh,
Bosco?
Hey there, boy.
Oh, come here, buddy.
Oh.
Well,
Adorable.
this handkerchief wasn't in here before. What does red mean again? I feel like it's bad. It's red. It's bad. It's not. It's either bad or
But-
it's a love note.
But
so.
red can also mean passion and
No. We're not doing the language of flowers here. We're doing the language of we're doing what
imagination,
the
Guys.
Botanic hanky code.
It's
Guys,
a
there's-
great color for a children's hospital.
There's a creature. It's heading right for you, but we gotta hide.
Shit.
There's
So
a-
take off with Cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Bellamy like grabs Doris, who's like, and also a red
wait.
carnation can mean that you have a lot of affection for someone.
as Doris is getting dragged away. Wait, Cherry, where's Jake?
He's hiding in the donut hole. Quickly, we gotta find somewhere in here. And then Cherry drags them aside into one of the research labs.
Perfect.
And closes the door behind us and turns off all the lights.
And you see, and it cuts back to Jake for a moment, and he's like crawling along the pipes, like in the direction of them, you know? But this way we have a camera outside to get some horror shots too, right?
Absolutely.
Can
Okay.
we say, Jake, as you're like crawling, there's like a sheet of paper kind of like
Yeah.
wedged up into the air vent. And, maybe you could pocket it for later. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, I do. I'm
Figure
like,
it out. Perfect.
paper, what the hell is this doing here? I better take this just in case.
Can I
Could be
do
money.
And
Can
there's
I
a
do
pen
As
there,
you're
too.
something?
creep crawl,
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Tell me
And
what you
another
got.
one, and another one.
It's like at least 7
Probably-
pieces of paper up here.
Yeah, there's probably a good baker's dozen by the time
There's
you
a
get to the
baker's
end of the day.
dozen piece of paper up here. God, I better take them all for some reason.
So Jake loves his dog. His Bosco is the best, but Bellamy also has been taking a lot of care of this dog. She's been taking it for walks. Like the dog's like her best buddy right now because right now she's kind of at odds with everybody else. So because of that, she can
Bosco barely tolerates her.
but she can communicate telepathically with them.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. He's a
He's
good
like,
boy.
what? Fine. Daddy Jake will put up with this, I suppose.
I'm the one who told him to eat all of your shoes. And she's like, hey boy, do you see anything? Do you see anything? Do you see anything out there? Because I don't know where Bosco is right now, if he's with us or not.
He's with you.
Oh, do you?
So when you talk to him, does he speak English to you?
Yeah, he can speak. I can understand him.
Okay. So it's
Yeah,
not
I don't
English,
think
it's-
he's super smart. I don't think he's like saying anything eloquent. I think he's like
Scared. Food, scared.
yeah. I'm not getting a lot of info, but I'm certainly mostly just like whenever if there's a flashback and it's like what do you want, boy? What do you want? And like Jake's like saying that to the dog, and then Bellamy's like, he wants to go out, okay? He just wants to go outside. He just needs to pee.
I knew all those dog whisperer takes would work off.
You thought I was just being a jerk, but it turns out I knew what the dog wanted.
Let's use Caesar Milan.
Yes.
Okay. You get a quick sense from the dog. You get a couple like disjointed words, not quite a phrase. One of the words is kibble. Another word is father for some reason. But then you get the word predator in a simpler term, which I can't think of right now. But that's the sense that you're getting. The word predator, the word kibble, and then you get like several pings of the same word, and the word is hunger. And you get the sense that it's not referring to itself. It's kind of just like trying to convey this message of hunger, not about itself, about something else. It's a bit unsettling.
Yeah.
Not as unsettling, though, as something else in the room with the four of you, including Bosco. Because as you turn around, you smell the telltale smell of iron. And as you look around, you see a body slumped on the floor. A red shirt soaked in even redder blood.
Elaine!
Oh.
No!
And behind the body is a window with bars broken off of it.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna have to.
We cut over to Jake. Jake,
I just got chills.
you're scrambling through the ceiling as fast as you can. Are you heading towards your party?
Yeah,
or-
but I'm going slow. Like I'm going real quiet. I'm stealthy.
Okay. You suddenly
Die Hard style.
you
Getting
hear
paper.
something walking below you and you stop suddenly. It's the heavy footfalls. They're uneven, they're kind of slow, but it sounds like something massive is walking underneath you. The smell is rotten, it's putrid, it smells like something sick. And you can barely see through a crack in the ceiling grid. You see something shambling below you. It barely scuffs the bottom of the ceiling. It's hairy. There's a couple horns on the top of its head, uneven. And as it shambles below you, you hear it speak. And in a voice that kind of sounds like it's breathing in at the same time and saying something, you just hear the word, hunger. Hunger. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Yes. Amazing.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love
Oh my
it.
god, I'm taking the foot off. Oh my god.
Perfect spot to end. Great job,
Very
Jay.
good. Very
Yes.
good.
Beautiful.
What a fantastic first part for a two-parter.
We love a one shot that becomes a double shot.
That's how we do things here. No one takes
Yeah,
a single shot
yeah.
of espresso. You double that shit.
Yeah. There's a long rest in between here. I can
Who
heal
says-
up, right?
Who says I'll have a single paltry shot of vodka? Nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody.
It's double or nothing.
Double or
Wow.
nothing.
Great job, Jay.
Ooh.
Huge round of applause. That was a blast.
Yeah,
That was
excellent.
very,
job.
very good.
I'm so excited to jump back into this next week. I mean, let's do it. We're right here, winter game for the holiday season. I am so into it, and I'm excited, frankly. So join us next week as we pick this back up for part 2. That is it from us. Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary friends, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. A huge shout out to William, to Alex, to Jay for joining us tonight. Again, remember to check out Hello from the Hallowoods, that's William's show. Planet Arcana, that is Jay's show. Parkdale Haunt, that is Alex's show. Dice Shame, that is Alex, Joe, and myself's show. And Malevolent, that is my and Joe's show in a way. Lots of stuff that you can enjoy as well. Anything else you all want to shout out or anything you want to mention before we shoot from the hip?
Just a wonderful job tonight, Jay. This has been so
Yeah.
much
Oh,
fun.
thanks.
And,
Beautiful.
And an amazing job
So
to my
good.
players as well. Flowers to each of you.
Oh, thank
Flowers?
you.
What?
Yeah.
I love
Yay.
a flower.
I do
Yeah,
love flowers.
check your front door.
Oh my god.
It's so
That's the
expensive.
horrible scratching noise I heard out there. Oh, I thought it was just the monster that's been conjured by this that's been living in the back of my brain.
You
The
can open
monster.
no
the monst-
consequences to opening that door.
The monster's delivering the flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flowers for you.
It's Frankenstein's monster. I don't know what that means.
Turns
Never
out the
mind.
monster was us all
Mulligan.
along.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, as my good friend Jay always likes to say,
Don't feed the monsters.
don't feed the monsters. Good night.